My name is Cutler Gautry, hold a bachelor's in criminal justice and a master's in entertainment business. I'm also a licensed minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ, and we're here to discuss the epidemic of single black mothers in the African American community. I don't believe that there's necessarily epidemic per se. I think what we have is social, economic, and cultural view or mindset in the African American community that may differ from others, or let's just say it may be an appearance of that it's different. But I think that single African American women are no different than their Caucasian or Asian or Latino counterparts. And the breakdown is because most African American women that grow up in total African American community, whether they come from a broken family or not, they are raised with good moral values. I think that in the African American community, due to a religious factor, sexuality is not a topic that is oftenly discussed out in the open. We grew up in churches that say, hey, believe in God, sexuality is for people who are married. If you're not married, then don't indulge in those things, and that's it. It's kind of like a taboo subject. Whereas in the white community, sexuality may be discussed more openly. So let's just take a recent poll of adolescent white females. They will engage in sexual activity of a non-vaginal function rather than actual sexual intercourse, which means that they will rather have anal sex or practice oral sex as opposed to having vaginal sex. So the number of pregnancies amongst adolescent white females is particularly lower than in the African American community, whereas in the African American community amongst females, vaginal sex is more prevalent and oral sex and anal sex is not. Change my view because it depends on what study. What target group did you use? How did you organize your focus group? I can find another study that will counteract that study and give you different numbers. So we have to be careful with these studies and who's doing them. And I took a class in criminal justice when I got my first degree called Criminal Justice Statistics. And in that class, I could manipulate the statistics to make it seem what I wanted it to be, taking the control group and the focus group and coming out with a particular answer.